I just don't think you are ready tonight.
Daniel didn't lack skill. He lacked positioning. And that mistake cost him 5 years of his life. 5 years after Marcus got signed, Daniel was still grinding, still improving, still invisible. He thought he needed more talent, but he was solving the wrong problem. And if you're watching this right now, working harder than everyone around you, practicing, studying, sacrificing, and somehow people with less talent are getting further, that frustration, it's real, but it's not a talent problem. It's a positioning problem. Let me show you what Daniel learned too late.
His name was Daniel, 26 years old, born with a voice that could silence a room. But Daniel wasn't just gifted. He was obsessed with growth. From the age of 19, every dollar he earned went back into becoming better. Vocal coaches, studio sessions, music theory classes, songwriting workshops, performance training. He sacrificed relationships. He sacrificed comfort. He wore the same shoes for 2 years because every spare dollar went into sharpening his gift. Daniel wasn't lazy. He wasn't unserious. He wasn't undisciplined. He believed something many of us were taught growing up. If you're good enough, they will notice.
He believed talent speaks for itself. The world barely heard him.
I'll stand right here forever if that's what it takes to show you my love.
Marcus was different. Same dream, different philosophy. 3 years of vocal training, not 7. Marcus was talented, but if you lined them up side by side, Daniel's voice was stronger, his range was wider, his skill was deeper. Everyone around them knew it, but Marcus had something Daniel didn't.
Patience is crucial right now. I know you're eager, but the foundation needs to be solid before we scale up.
A mentor who told him something early in his journey. He said, "Talent builds value, but presentation communicates it. And value must be communicated before it can be compensated."
So while Daniel invested 100% into developing his gift, Marcus split his investment, 50% on his craft, 50% on how he showed up. Clean, well-fitted clothing, intentional grooming, controlled body language. He learned how to walk into a room and make people lean forward before he ever opened his mouth. The day came. A major record label. Open editions. 1 slot available. Daniel arrived first, focused entirely on his performance. Casual clothes, worn sneakers, nothing intentional in his mind. The music was all that mattered. Then Marcus walked in. Tailored dark blazer, clean white shirt, fitted trousers, polished shoes. The receptionist smiled at him. 2 people in the waiting room looked up from their phones. Marcus hadn't performed yet, but the room had already formed an opinion.
Welcome to the audition show! This is the moment I've been dreaming of, standing in the spotlight, feeling the rush of love.
Both men performed. Daniel's voice was extraordinary. The panel felt it. For a moment, his gift filled the room. But something had already happened. Before he sang his first note, the panel had asked themselves a question. If we invest in him, does he invest in himself? Marcus answered that question. The moment he walked through the door, Daniel never got the chance. Marcus didn't win because Daniel lacked talent. He won because he was easier to believe in. That's it. The rejection letters piled up. The savings dried out. The friends stopped calling. And in the silence of those long nights, the self-doubt arrived. Maybe I'm not special. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I should just quit. Those thoughts visit almost every gifted person who has never learned the 50-50 rule. 5 years of struggle, 5 years of scarcity, 5 years of questioning. A gift he was born with. All of it could have been avoided. Daniel didn't fail. He was overlooked. There is a difference. He kept improving. He kept training. He kept showing up with more skill than the room required. But his growth was invisible. And invisible growth doesn't pay bills. In year 4, someone finally sat Daniel down.
I know you're nervous, but this is where you belong. Feel the music and let it take over.
A woman who had watched him perform at a small local show. She looked at him and said, "Your talent deserves a better introduction." That moment, he realized something he had never considered before. He had been protecting his humility more than his future. He thought looking polished meant ego. It didn't. It meant readiness. It meant telling the world, before you ever open your mouth, I believe in what I carry. Do you? Daniel began investing in himself, the same way he had always invested in his craft. Clean clothes, intentional grooming, a posture that matched. He didn't change his gift. He changed the way it entered the room. Year 5. A small video of Daniel performing at a community event found its way online.
This feeling in the room tonight, the music taking over. Let the rhythm set you free, everybody dance with me. When the lights go down, I still see your
He was dressed simply, but cleanly, with intention. The video was shared hundreds of thousands of times. In just 7 hours, people weren't just talking about his voice. They were talking about his presence, the way he carried himself.
look this way.
2 weeks later, a record label reached out. Not the same one from 5 years ago, a bigger one. Because talent, when it is finally paired with presence, becomes impossible to ignore. Daniel got his deal. But it cost him 5 years to learn a lesson that could have been mastered on day 1. Adele Fendi opened a small leather shop in Rome in 1925. She wasn't just selling products. She was selling a feeling. A century later, the Fendi name is worth billions. Not because of fabric, not because of thread, but because of what people feel the moment they encounter the brand. Your appearance is your brand, and your brand opens doors.
When I look in your eyes, I see my future shining bright.
When you walk into a room well presented, people assume confidence.
Now you be my oxygen. Without you, I go lose my life. Baby, I love you.
They assume you are worth knowing and worth investing in.
Now you be my oxygen. Without you, I might lose my life. Baby, I love you.
Connections are currency, and your appearance is often the difference between a connection made and an opportunity missed.
I cannot do without you.